Good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Trevor Kashey, and today we're going to be talking about all sorts of other stuff and continuing on our video series on all sorts of cool stuff related to processed food and my sippy cup. Alright. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the secret of how all big, evil megacorps make junk food addictive. And I mean this in earnest. Not everything is satire, okay, everybody? All right, so I've got the one big secret that big food doesn't want you to know about, okay? Are processed foods addictive? By now, I think y'all know I'm a semantic man. A typical Dr. Kashey response to something like this is, okay, what the hell does addiction mean? Just like clean, processed, natural, fresh, all that stuff that we've been talking about. I think the term addiction is overused and really lacks meaning for the regular person. And in the last 10 years or so, I've seen it pop up together with processed food here and there, especially with sugar. And as a scientist, that's interesting to me because there's no colloquially established definition of addiction. And if you take the clinical definition at face value, the face value clinical definition of addiction, then none of the processed food addiction material would ever see the light of day. I'll tell you what, at least the way it is defined now, the way I interpret it. Now, there have been a lot of pop science, pop psychology books on the topic of processed foods and addiction. I'm not going to name any names, but some of these publications are quite popular. And here's what I do know. All right, let's make everything fair. Lay the baseline out. Food makes people happy, even if temporarily with side effects. Sex makes people happy, even if temporarily and with side effects. Drugs positively alter mood, even if temporarily and with side effects. You starting to get the picture here? If the happy part of your brain is active while doing things that make you happy, I can see where people draw this conclusion. Because they show brain scans and all sorts of other crazy stuff like, oh, this person had sex, and so the pleasure part of their brain is active. Oh, this person had cocaine, and the pleasure part of the brain is active. And so, this is where a lot of these strange conflations tend to occur. And, I just wanted to bring that out there. So what supposedly makes processed foods addictive? The popular books, health food gurus et al., they tend to point their fingers at, salt, sugar, and fat. Those are, the big monsters. And I've seen alarming comparisons of sugar and cocaine. Alarming ones. And I must have slept through my medicinal chemistry courses because if there's any connection there, I'm definitely in the wrong business. Definitely in the wrong business. And for the sake of clarity, yes, junk food absolutely has desirable qualities. It tastes good. It's affordable. It's zero work. And it is positively stimulating. Junk food is rewarding on multiple levels. However, throwing the term addiction around, yes, these foods are desirable. That is the dang point. That is the point. It's even more ridiculous to make something people don't like on purpose, which makes absolutely zero sense, right? Junk food is made to be tempting. For a person to look at it and say, I want that thing. Made to be inexpensive. For a person to think, yeah, I've got the budget for that. To be made convenient and easy for a person to say, yeah, I can do this or eat this wherever, whenever. It's made to be rewarding for a person to eat it and think or feel, awesome, I'm definitely going to do that again. Ugh, sorry, allergies. I've got the big secret that big food doesn't want you to know about on how they make processed foods addictive, and I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. Steeple fingers, hashtag steeple fingers, okay? As a biochemist that's consulted for huge companies in this industry, I can walk you through exactly what these megacorps do to make food addictive. I can. It's pretty cool. Step 1, curate a contextually relevant cohort. Step 2, administer the formulation. Step 3, procure the data array. Step 4, perform a multivariate regression analysis. And step 5, iterate the formulation. Okay, that is the process. Okay, let's go over that again in English. 1, find people to try your food. 2, let them try your food. 3, ask them about 4 different things. How much did you want this food before you try it? Is this amount of dollars a good price for the food? Was the package easy to open and was the food easy to prepare and eat? And number 4, did the food taste good and would you eat it again? All right, questions A through D. Now, step 4, compile that information in a report and give it to a dork like me. Step 5, use that information to change and improve the recipe to get higher scores from the testers. That is the big dark secret, everybody. That is the big dark secret. It's out. You survey the customers and improve the product based on the feedback they give you. Holy cannoli. Only the backbone to any good product in the history of the universe. But what? It comes to like it's still food, right? Turns out if you go through the process of improving your recipe a couple of gajillion times, you end up making a product that's good enough to put you in an internet meme next to a meth dealer. Sweet, you've made it. And how different that is compared to just eating too much junk food. This is how I feel. How do you guys feel about this? Can people be physically addicted to food? I think the jury is out, honestly. I think the jury is out. Can people be mentally ill or psychologically addicted to the behavior of eating? Absolutely they can. Does a combination of salt, sugar, and fat cause mental illness? Or is a mentally ill person more likely to compulsively stimulate themselves with food? I'll let you decide. Let me know what you think. Should your local barista be chucked in a cell with the local meth dealer? I don't know. It's clear that any business, big or small, would be dodging the word addiction like the plague. That makes sense. But one thing is clear. Processed foods are filled to the brim with chemicals. And that is what we are going to be discussing next time. I love chemicals.